What's up guys, this is Nick from Supermoon Studios, and we are back again with another super quick camera tip. Today we're going to be talking about frames per second, or FPS. Now, frames per second, or FPS, refers to the amount of images that are captured during 1 second of playback in your videography. Originally, film stock was created with much less frames in the film strip itself, therefore resulting in a choppier image in older style playback that we are used to from old black and white cinematography. The lower your frames per second, the choppier or more flickery your image is going to be, whereas the higher your frames per second, the smoother and more stable your playback will be. In this way, most cinematic productions are shot at around 24 FPS or 23.976 FPS to give the illusion of old style cinematography running through a film strip. It's something that we just perceive as normal when we're watching a movie because we've become so accustomed to it over the years. Most videography is shot at around 30 frames per second. That means that every second there's 30 still frames of playback to create this illusion of motion on screen. Now for high energy sports or action cinematography, 60 frames per second is more commonly used to create smoother motion or slow motion effect, because when you are shooting 60 frames per 1 second, when you slow down that playback, it will be much smoother and there will be less duration between each frame in the second, giving you much more usability in the editing room to push and pull this image in slower or faster durations. Now, what does all this mean? The lower the FPS, the choppier and more cinematic look you are going to get out of your image. The higher the FPS, the smoother and more stable your playback is going to look, with amplified imperfections, because you are getting so much data through your sensor over only 1 second. Now, big Hollywood productions and even YouTube channels that do slow motion effects or slow motion cinematography might even shoot up to 120 or 300 frames per second so that they can slow down their image so precisely and see every single frame of what they are capturing. And that's how you get that super slow-mo effect. The more frames you have, the more you can slow them down and spread them out and keep that stable motion of playback. And that's about it for this super quick camera tip. Frames per second is very, very simple, and there's so many different ways you can get different versions of playback through utilizing these different tools. Thank you guys so much, and we'll see you next time.